Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicki here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today is Wednesday, the 13th of August, and the moon is in Aries. We have a square of the moon in Aries to both Jupiter and Venus. Yesterday, early morning, Venus and Jupiter made a conjunction with the star Sirius, the fixed star Sirius, at the 14th degree of Cancer. That's also on the sun of the United States. And so there was perhaps a more optimistic tone despite everything that we're hearing and everything that's going on. The sun, of course, in Leo makes a supportive trine to the Aries moon. The Aries moon does put us in the mood to take actions, and those actions are supported, although they can be a little over the top with the square to Jupiter. We also have a semi-square that is a 45-degree aspect between Uranus and Venus. This is part of the Uranus-Venus synodic cycle that began back when Venus and Uranus conjoined at the last degree of Taurus. That happened just before Uranus moved into, in fact, that happened on July 4th, I believe it was. And then a couple of days later, Uranus moved into Gemini, where it is now. And of course, Venus is in, what is Venus in right now? Venus is in Cancer. All right. That semi-square can make us do, whenever Uranus and Venus come together, we have to be a little bit careful about decisions around love and money. Uranus tends to have us go for the unusual, the sometimes out of character choice when it comes to those issues. Sometimes things are very impulsive. Now with Jupiter, with Venus just coming off a conjunction to Jupiter, the most optimistic planet in the heavens, we may be a little bit more full of ourselves than we might otherwise be, and we might be more willing to take chances. Again, you really do need to think about that. I once made a romantic choice when Venus and Uranus were making, not this particular stressful aspect, but a different stressful aspect to my chart. And I regretted it for years. So, years and years and years. And it was mostly, in my case, it was financial regrets. It cost me a lot of money and also a lot of self-flagellation because I knew better. But Uranus has a way with itself. So just be aware and be careful about issues around money, especially if it sort of just comes to you like, oh, there's an idea I've never had before, and you act on it. You really just need to be a little bit more discerning about that. It's okay to be attracted to unusual things. It's okay to have new, different ideas, but there are other times when it's better to act on those ideas, and this is not one of those times. So just a little advice from your old gal, Dr. Vicki. All right, so we have a foggy morning. It's actually kind of cool right now. Yesterday was hot, but it only made it up to 92 yesterday. It wasn't 100 like it was, a week or so ago. So I'm not complaining, really. It's a nice morning here. But there are still some places that are really, really hot. So be careful out there. Let's see, as far as the shit show, that the political shit show, it continues. And we're looking forward to this meeting of the great minds somewhere in Alaska. At the end of the week, we'll see what happens with that. I have some ideas about that, none of which I can actually verbalize without getting in trouble. But something along the lines of two birds and one stone, but we'll just keep that to ourselves. All right, guys, have yourself a great day. Again, the Aries moon makes us active. The last aspect of the Aries moon before it goes void is the trine to the sun. That sort of carries over some good feelings. And the moon goes void, I think it's about 6:23 p.m. here on the East Coast. And then we don't have it not void until it moves into Aries about 6:30 tomorrow morning. Taurus, 6:30 tomorrow morning. But at least most of the day, when most people are doing their thing, the moon is not void, of course. It is actually in that beautiful aspect with the sun. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day. Much love to you all. Namaste.